everybody. So today we're going to be doing a review on this Ursus Cub from White River Knives in Mexican blanket micarta. I'm just going to be starting a fire with it. It comes with a little fire steel in a kydex sheath. So we're just going to go over this baton with it, kind of just do some basic stuff, see how it works, and yeah, we'll go from there.
This is the White River Ursus Cub with a weight of 4.9 ounces. It's got a blade length of 3.5 inches, 7.6 inches overall. Full tang Magnacut steel with a 130 thousandths blade thickness. That Magnacut is rock weld to 62 to 64. It comes with a fire steel and a kydex sheath. The scales are made out of Mexican blanket micarta, and those scales are bolt-on construction.
Got a couple things cut up. We'll probably move on to feather sticking next. One thing I've already kind of noticed about this knife, I really like it. It's still razor sharp after just that little bit of batoning and head testing I've done with it. But the one issue I'm having is the blade isn't very long. So it's still great for a light duty field knife, but say I want to split something like that, it's kind of hard to get a full leverage on because there's not very much blade length to work with. So it's a 3.5 inch knife, probably a little closer to 3, and I wish it was just a little bit longer. They make a bigger version. I obviously got this one because of the beautiful scales on it, but so far it's doing pretty good. We're gonna work on some feather sticking next. Somewhere, move your chubby butt. Okay, so we're gonna just make a little feather stick here. One thing I've noticed right off the bat, super comfortable. I don't feel any hot spots on the handle. It's a pretty ergonomic handle. Also, that micarta is super soft. I'm interested to see how it holds up over a long period of time. This thing does want to bite pretty good. Again, I think a Scandi grind or a convex would really help this knife. All it's got is that V-edge. But all in all, decent feather. I would say, I don't know, 7 out of 10 probably. All in all, like it's pretty good. It's really comfortable. I'm interested to see how that micarta holds up over time, but even when my hand got a little wet earlier, it still holds on really nice. That edge is still sharp after using it. This is basically the first time I've used it is today. I've carried it, but I haven't really. The only thing I've done is I cut one strap with it. But yeah, I would say that's an all right feather stick. Now we're gonna do some fire steel scraping. Okay, so this knife comes with a fire steel. It's just a little short fire steel with a little rubber handle on it. So one weird thing about this knife, most of the spine does not scrape a fire steel well at all. There's one tiny section right toward the tip of the blade that's at a 90 degree. And that spot does make a spark. But for some reason, it's just that spot. I'm not quite sure why they didn't make the full length of the blade. That's one thing I wish they would have done. So now we're gonna try and get a little fire started. I lost my fat wood piece, so we're just gonna do some birch bark shavings and see if we can get that lit up. So as some of y'all know, one of my older videos, I had a hard time getting anything to light, partly because of my incompetence, and partly I think because of the length of the fire steel. This one's a little bit longer, so what we're just doing is taking this paper of this birch bark, and I'm gonna kind of crunch it up a little bit, get it a little more powdery. Then we take the fire steel, and I'm gonna scrape some off, some shavings from that fire steel. Then see, so that's kind of one of the issues I'm having. There's not very many spots on the blade to get a good strike. So you're kind of limited to that one space. There we go. So it burned up pretty quick, but it does light. There we go. So again, that's one thing that I wish the whole blade was 90-degree spine, not just that one little section. It makes it kind of hard to start. But you got a fire, it all fits into that sheath. Knife, fire steel. Take the piece of your baton. Just gonna build. A little windy. It's all right. We got a good base for the fire. We're gonna get some logs on it and put some chairs up around it. My brother's out here hunting for squirrels, so we're just gonna get a little fire set up just to hang out. Set up. We got ourselves a nice little campfire. So while that fire is going, I want to get a piece to see how well it carves. I'm going to use this willow right here. It actually chops for its size all right. Obviously not what it's meant for, but it chops all right. It's still sharp and does what we need it to do. Yeah, so it chops pretty good. Gonna shorten this down and then go sit by the fire and try to do some carving with it. So, shaves pretty good. That V-edge is sharp and does pretty well. I might resharpen it to a convex here at some point. White River usually does a really good job with their edges. So it does bite into wood really good. You know, you can make a point. Does carve pretty good. I can get a good grip on it. It does just want to bite into that wood. So some things that I like about the knife and some things I don't like about the knife. I think the fit and finish on it is incredible. These scales are amazing. White River sells these with black micarta and burlap, brown burlap micarta, and the natural burlap is kind of a coarser feel, and the black I think is kind of like a more linen feel like these are. This was a limited run of Mexican blanket that they did. It looks really nice. It functions just like normal micarta, it's just prettier. So the fit and finish on it's incredible. The sheath, I'll pull off and do some B-roll of it so y'all can see it closer. It's awesome. The fitment is awesome. There's no wobble. It's got a really nice drip hole in the bottom. It holds the fire steel well. It can be rotated to do all sorts of stuff. Scout carry, whatever. Things I don't like about the knife. I might get their bigger version because I wish this one was a little bit longer. That fire steel I wish was across the whole spine of the blade instead of just the tip, or the 90 degree for the fire steel, sorry. That grind, that 90 degree grind, I wish was on the whole spine and not just that little section. It makes it kind of hard to get, you know, just in the moment get a good strike off. The lanyard hole I think is in a really good place. The bolt-on construction is really good. I wish it was a V-edge or a convex, but other than that, this is going to be an awesome knife for light duty carry around the woods, a good little sidearm, and honestly some EDC stuff too. I'm going to carry it a lot. I really like it. Those scales are just beautiful. And there's a doggo. But yeah, I would say it was a little expensive. I paid $280 for it. But that was just because of the Mexican blanket. I think the normal one runs around $225. I think that's a steal. The Magnacut on this is incredible. The heat treatment is right. I think they're doing 60 to 61, which is perfect for a fixed blade. You get that toughness. The sharpening choil is great. This knife is solid. I have no regrets on the money I spent on it, and I'm excited to use it more. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to go and leave a comment, criticize me, let me know how I'm doing, what you want to see, better ways to film, that would be awesome. I really like hearing that criticism from you guys. And if you'd like to just leave a like and subscribe if you like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see, tell me why. And I'm not gonna beg for subscribers or whatever. If you like it, you're gonna subscribe. If you don't, you're not going to, and I'm completely okay with that. But I would ask, if you don't, just leave what you didn't in the comments so I can do better for later. Again, that's the White River Ursus Cub in Magnacut Mexican blanket. See y'all later.